In this presentation, I am going to discuss calculating probability cases in the field of genetics. See, in this particular example, two individuals are there which are heterozygous for two gene loci, that is capital A small a, capital B small b. This is the genotype of one individual, and exactly the same genotype is there in the other individual. Suppose one is male, other one is female. So it is a case exactly similar to dihybrid F1 case, and if these two individuals are crossed with each other, then what is the probability of getting an offspring with the genotype capital A and small b small b? So this is the question. Now see here, the offspring is of genotype capital A. So we can see that how these two alleles will be coming from the parents, and what would be the probability of getting these two alleles from the previous generation. So getting capital A from one of the parents, its chance will be 1 by 2, because this fellow is heterozygous. So contributing capital A to the next generation, its chance will be 1 by 2. And getting capital A from other side, its chance will also be 1 by 2. So in the next generation, the individual with genotype capital A, it will be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, because I just told that if two heterozygotes are there, then getting a homozygous dominant case will be 1 by 4. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. And then getting a small b from this parent, its chance will be 1 by 2. And also from this side is small b, its chance will be 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. And when we will multiply all these, it will be coming 1 by 16. So final product will be 0.06. It means there will be 6% chance that this offspring will be of genotype capital A and small b small b. In this example, again two heterozygotes are there. These are two gene loci situated on two non-homologous chromosomes. So they are actually independent gene loci, and it is exactly similar to a dihybrid case. Two heterozygotes are there, they are being crossed with each other. Now the question is getting an individual in the next generation with the genotype capital A small a and small b small b. See here, the parents are of genotype capital A small a and capital A small a. If we will cross two heterozygotes of this genotype, then getting heterozygotes in the next generation will be actually 2 by 4. We all know that capital A small a, if crossed with capital A small a, then in next generation getting capital A small a, its chance will be 2 by 4. So exactly same thing I have done here, that is getting capital A from this side will be 1 by 2 and small a from this side 1 by 2. And just a reverse situation will also be there, that is getting small a from this side and capital A from this side, it will also be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, because here multiplication, addition, both rules will be applicable. Addition we are doing because either or condition is there. Okay, we can get capital A small a or small a capital A, and then getting small b. So here it is capital B small b, and getting small b from this side will be 1 by 2, and also getting small b from this side will be 1 by 2. So into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, and the final value will be 2 divided by 16. When you will solve this, it will come 0.125. So if two heterozygotes of genotype capital A small a, capital B small b, will be crossed with each other. Then in the next generation, getting capital A and small b will be just nearly 13%. So this is the way such cases can be solved. Here three independent gene loci condition is taken. So you can see here the one individual is of genotype A, capital B, small b, and capital C, small c. This one is being crossed with an individual with genotype small b, and capital C, capital C. So in the next generation, getting an individual with the genotype capital A, small b, and capital C, its chance will be 25%. We can see how this will be happening. See, crossing capital A means getting capital A from this side will be 100%. So its chance 1, that is getting A to the next generation, that will be 1. Then small a to the next generation, its chance will also be 1. So 1 into 1. The next generation individual will definitely be capital A, small a. Then small b. Getting small b allele from this side will be 1 by 2, and from this side will be 1. So 1 by 2 into 1. And then getting capital C. Getting capital C from this side will be 1 by 2, and from the other side will be 1. So when you will solve this, it will come 1 by 4, and the final value will be 0.25, means 25% will be the probability of occurrence of this offspring that will have genotype capital A, small b, and capital C, capital C. Then see, in this case, what is the probability of getting an individual with genotype capital A, small b, and capital C, if you have parental genotype given here. When you will solve this, you will see that getting capital A from this side, its chance will be 1 by 2. Then small a from the other side, its chance will be 1. Then getting small b from this left side, its chance will be 1 by 2. And getting small b from the other side, its chance will be 100%, that is 1. So 1 by 2 into 1. And then getting capital C from this side, its chance will be 1 by 2. And getting this capital C from the right side, its chance will be 1. So when you will multiply all these, it will come 1 by 8, and final value comes 0.125. That is nearly 13% chance will be there that the next generation progeny will have this genotype. Now it is a different kind of question. The question is that a cross between two heterozygous tall plants produces 5 plants in the next generation. That is, you have 2 plants and their genotype is capital T, small t. They are being crossed with each other. And in the next generation, you are having only 5 plants. So what is the probability that out of these 5 plants, 4 will be tall and 1 will be short? Such kind of questions can be solved by using binomial distribution formula. It's quite simple to solve, and so many cases of this kind can be solved by such formula. See here how this will be done. As I told in the question itself that 2 tall plants are there, they are heterozygous, they are being crossed. Definitely in the next generation, tall and short both plants will appear, but they will appear in the ratio of 3:1. That is, 3 by 4 will be tall and 1 by 4 will be short. So the probability of occurrence of tall, that can be denoted by small p, this will be 3 by 4, and other one short, it will be denoted by q, and this will be 1 by 4. Now we will use the formula. So here you actually got the idea about the probability P, that is occurrence of tall, and Q, that is occurrence of shard. Now we will use the binomial expansion formula or binomial distribution formula. This is n factorial divided by a factorial into b factorial, and this whole will be multiplied with p power a into q power b. By using this simple formula, you can solve variety of questions pertaining to the field of genetics. See how this will be solved. Question was that 5 total cases are there. 5 uh, plants were obtained in the next generation. So n stands for total number of cases, and A stands for occurrence of one event, B stands for occurrence of another event, P stands for probability of occurrence of A, and Q probability of occurrence of B. So 5 plants means 5 factorial into divided by A factorial. A means how many plants are tall which are expected to be obtained in the next generation. So 4 factorial into 1 factorial, that is 4 tall and 1 short, that is being expected in the next generation. So this will be multiplied with 3 by 4 because occurrence of tall plants will be 3 by 4, so its power 4 into 1 by 4, its power 1. And when you will solve in the next step, it will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that will be the product of 5 factorial. Then 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 1 factorial means 1, and into 3 by 4 to the power 4 into 1 by 4 to the power 1. This will be actually solved, and this will come 81 divided by 1024. So this 4321, it will be removed from the lower side, from the denominator. Only 5 will be left over there. So 5 into 81 divided by 1024. When you will solve this, it will come 0.40. It means there is 40% chance that if 5 plants are being obtained in the next generation, out of them 4 will be tall and 1 will be short. So this formula is of much significance to solve such kind of questions. One more question I have taken, which will be solved by this formula. See, the question is, a man whose parents possessed blood group A and O is of blood group A. So now it is very clear that this man whose blood group is A had parents of blood group A and O. So this indicates that the genotype of this fellow, that is of A blood group, will definitely be heterozygous, means IAIO will be the genotype of this fellow. And he is married to a woman whose blood group is AB. Okay, now this couple means this fellow of blood group A and AB, they marry each other, or this couple has 3 children. Then what is the probability that all the 3 children will be of blood group A? So question is quite simple, and we will have to solve this. Let us see how this will be solved. We know that the person or man is of blood group A. That fellow is married to a woman of blood group AB, but his parents were of blood group A and O. This clearly indicates that this man is heterozygous, that is of genotype IAIO. And when he gets married to the woman AB, then in the next generation the occurrence of their children means type of blood group in their children will be of A, AB and P types. Means this couple is going to have children, but the probability of occurrence of blood group will be A, AB and B. But see, what would be the chance of A blood group in the children? Its chance will be 2 by 4, because this fellow is heterozygous. So it's his IA may combine with IA of the mother side. So that will give a blood group A. Likewise, IO will combine with IA, and in that case also A blood group will be there. So and IA may combine with IB. So in that case, the blood group will be AB, and then IO may combine with B, and the blood group will be B. So three different kinds of children will be there, and the probability that A blood group will occur in the child will be 2 by 4. Then probability that AB blood group will be there in the child, its chance will be 1 by 4, and chance that B blood group will be there in the child will be 1 by 4. So P, Q and R, these are actually frequency of occurrence of A, AB and B blood group. After knowing this much, we can solve the question by using this binomial expansion formula, that is binomial distribution formula, that is n factorial divided by a factorial into b factorial into c factorial, and this whole will be multiplied with p power a, q power b and r power c. Let us see what does it mean. N means total 3 children are there, so n means 3 will be there. A means occurrence of A blood group, suppose it is 3. Then B blood group, its occurrence, okay, it is 0. C means AB or B blood group, that is actually 0, 0. Occurrence of this P, its probability is frequency is 2 by 4 and its power 3 will be written. Then 1 by 4, its power 0 will be written, and then 1 by 4, its power 0. So after putting all these values, 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1. Here also 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1, and 0 factorial, that is actually 1. So into 1 you have to write here. Likewise 2 by 4 to the power 3 you can solve, it will come 8 by 64 into 1 by 4 to the power 0, this value will be coming 1 because any fraction its power 0 will be 1, and when you will remove this 3 to 1 by the lower 3 to 1, what is left? 8 by 64. So when you will simplify this, it will come 0.125, means there will be 13% chance that the 3 children of this couple will be of blood group, means the children, all the 3 children of the this couple will have blood group A. Its chance will be 13%, that is 0.125. So I just told the use of this binomial distribution formula in the field of genetics. A number of such cases can be solved by using this formula.